and review one of my old investigations. This one's from like 8 months ago, but one of my best pieces of evidence. I actually caught footsteps walking up to me, so I just figured I'd watch the whole thing. Sorry if you hear a bird in the background, but yeah, Fort Monroe, Virginia has some really interesting stories of hauntings, and yeah, I just figured I wanted to review this live and see what I can see past the main event of what happens. I'll let you know when it comes up. But this one should be fun to review live. I was thinking about doing live reviews, and I've done a few reviews of my own videos, but this one I just figured, screw it, I'll go live, see if anybody wants to come watch. Hey, Michael. I got, I think it's 18 minutes in this video, and you'll hear it, but let me see if I can get this lined up right. Just my face frozen. Let's just play it. I'll shut the lights off and discuss what I think I caught. And hopefully my internet works. Because the story I heard from one of the residents was around 9:30, 10 o'clock, maybe even, he said 10:15, 10:30. Every time he's walking, he's seeing shadow figures over here. And I've witnessed a shadow figure running on the rampart on top of one of the moat walls. And we will see if we can find anything. I did hear a few news stories I'll be telling you. Hey Jay, what's up? What's up, Michael Birkin? So this was a live when I did it, reviewing a live. This place too that I've heard a few, didn't see anything about it until like today I found out. But let me get my, yeah, I gotta do something. Hold on a sec here. I'll just fast forward the parts that we don't need to see. I think I'm ready. Here we'll go off inside of wire mesh because that will be very cool. And I don't think I used the wire mesh because I had stuff happen, so. A little more wake up juice for the coffee. Oh yeah, thanks for the 900 subs, everybody. I never thought I'd get there. Really, thank you so much. Very awesome to me. I'm really 100 away from 1,000 is insane. Lock my car. I'll just. Ghost story. Work that well. Hopefully it does, but back in 1865, back in 1865, a soldier actually that he thought he saw here, not so it's not just Abraham Lincoln ghost. And somebody was talking about chains rattling. There is a story of a little boy that plays a. But the lady in gray is at a lighthouse over there. Thanks for sharing. Oh, nice, Rob. Starting a channel after the new year. Alright. So this is Fort Monroe in Virginia, one of the biggest stone forts you can find around. It's actually a big stone fort on the East Coast. And I've seen shadow figures here, and I've also, well, one. This is the biggest fort on the East Coast. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Stone fort. I'll probably tell you more in this video. Like 35-foot thick wall. This fort was never penetrated by cannon fire. But there are moat monsters. What is that? A monster. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've heard heard splashing there.
Internet is shitty, but I was hoping to live review this. I don't know why it's acting up lately.
Yeah, see, there's some people over there walking.
As we can
What's
hear what
with it?
happens. Let's see. In a few minutes, I'll fast forward.
Stayed here. A lot of the generals, a lot of the higher up people. Many stories of ghosts in this house right here. Supposedly.
So I just losing you guys. I don't know if it's gonna work. I did pause this, but let's see if I can actually get it to work. Sorry about that. My internet is all messed up. Hopefully, some of you guys hung out and waited. I'm just gonna keep trying to go for at least till the disembodied footsteps happen. But I don't know how well this is gonna work, so I'm gonna fast forward some.
Right here. Alright.
All right, let's see. I forget when it is. So still here. Thanks, dude. Yeah, the internet is not working great, but I'm gonna go until I can at least show you guys the footsteps, and it might be a shorter live than I expected. I was gonna review this whole thing, and I believe this investigation was like 2 hours, but yeah, not much longer. And
See all this stuff. Okay. Hello, I'm Ryan. I've been here before. That millimeter is at 0. It's 68 degrees. There's, oh, music box. So this is a new little item I got to try out. We'll see if anything happens. I'll go put it on the doorstep. Little music box. Just winds up.
yeah, I can't remember exactly, but I was reading out of the history of Fort Monroe and the ghost stories, and talking about Vieira Davis, which is a legend. She'll knock
Got
on
my
windows and
camera here.
you'll hear ghostly
All this
footsteps walk up to you. So I wanted to review this again. I've watched this like 50 times just to
try that
double check,
bit.
and I know nobody walked up to me.
Story. So this is quarters number 1. Let me see if I can set you up better. Hold on.
Let's just fast forward. I think, yeah, in a few moments here.
Here's the return of some of these VIP gifts from the grave have been repeated and reported. The roster of spirits wandering the house is still spectacular and wild who's who of scary ghosts. Abraham Lincoln was said to be seen by the fireplace. The most famous, Abraham Lincoln, was also seen near the bathroom and in front of the cozy fireplace. In addition to Lincoln, a larger moderation of closets, cupboards, bathrooms. These rooms, some doors will slam deep in thought, standing next to the fireplace. Grown occasion, Lincoln's visit to the house during his lifetimes during the campaign against the Confederate ironclad and again unsuccessful Hampton Roads Peace Conference in 1865. So, ironclads were battleships that were covered in iron, and steamships in Civil War time. Those are my favorite boats. And they were said to fight for days, sometimes just shooting cannonballs back and forth at each other. All right. Piano David and the vibrating window. This is right behind me here. These windows.
Yeah, this is where.
The most acute agony arose from reports of shackling and chains with which the stops and hearing of vibrations. Excerpt from the letters of Jefferson Davis, Lieutenant Colonel J. Craven, Jefferson Davis attending physical while a prisoner in the case clinic served in the military community of Fort Monroe in in 2011. Vienna Davis Jefferson, second wife, lived in many triumphs before her husband's most famous visit to Fort Monroe, a beautiful and cherished daughter of Southern plantation family.
So right there, I heard somebody walking. Did you hear it?
Uh,
All right, I'll rewind. It was right as I'm talking about the woman that supposedly haunts this building. This is quarters number one on Fort Monroe. I was shocked because I couldn't see anybody. It sounded like
Piano
maybe
David and the
eight,
vibrating window. This is right
8 feet
behind
in
me
front
here.
of me,
These
walking
windows.
on the path up to me.
The most acute agony arose from reports of shackling and chains with which the stops and hearing of vibrations. Excerpt from the letters of Jefferson Davis, Lieutenant Colonel J. Craven, Jefferson Davis attending physical while a prisoner in the casemate of Fort Monroe. Health clinic served in the military community of Fort Monroe in in 2011. Vienna Davis Jefferson, second wife, lived in many triumphs before her husband's most famous visit to Fort Monroe, a beautiful and cherished daughter of Southern plantation family. Uh,
Right here, I didn't know. I thought somebody really was walking up to me, but that was maybe 8 feet in front of me, and then I freak out. I should have got up and ran over there, but definitely one of the ones that I still can't explain. I gotta get back to Fort Monroe. It's just been cold and rainy, crappy out. Eventually, I'll be doing more live chats, and it's fun just to even review this because I might notice something I hadn't noticed before. But there's nobody around.
okay, that was something. Okay, you guys, I don't know if you heard that. Did anyone hear the footsteps? I'm shaking.
Maybe letting me know they're just more than a
I haven't
legend.
had a
Yeah.
good one like that in a while. That sounded like it was right here walking like. There's no way, man.
I'll do it one more time. And my internet is shitty, so I might just stop this. But
Most famous visit to Fort Monroe.
I
A
will probably
beautiful
do a few
and
more reviews
cherished
where I
daughter
review the whole
of
thing.
Southern plantation family. Uh,
That's the other thing. If it was somebody, I would have seen somebody walk by, or you probably would have seen if somebody walked past the shadow of someone.
I just heard somebody walk up. Hello?
I love when I have an experience like that and I can't explain it myself. It's definitely an odd one. I would like to get back there soon,
Oh, I heard
especially with the
somebody.
history. And I have seen up on this rampart up there, one of the buildings down the road, actually, yeah, down that way, seen a full shadow figure run across.
Okay,
It was
that was something.
very scary. I didn't
Okay, you
catch
guys,
it,
I don't know if you heard that. Did anyone hear the footsteps?
but I'll keep going as long as my internet's working here.
I'm shaking. I haven't had a good one like that in a while. That sounded like it was right here walking like. There's no way, man.
Yeah.
That's a report, and I thought I heard that the last time I was here. That
So
you'll hear
the
footsteps
time
around here.
before I did an
Hey,
investigation, I
I'm
was
Ryan. I mean, you know harm.
I was walking up a sidewalk on the other side of the fort, and it sounded like that but somebody behind me following me, which was really weird. I don't think I caught that on camera, but I was doing a different investigation.
Just visiting. Very interested in the history. Very cool place you have here. Oh, shit,
Another thing, I think
man.
after that, I go
Calm
and
down.
check out the rest of the fort because I was a bit too freaked out. I should have stayed here and kept
You
going.
heard them, Jay. Okay. I'm not crazy. I'm going to stop reading that book. I've done that before, and every time I've done that, oops, I start to freak myself out a little bit too much. Let's look in here.
But good reason to freak out. Um, I have gone up on the porch.
Yeah, they're still fixing this place up.
Yeah, I want to get inside of this building, so I have to ask for permission if I could go in there and do an investigation.
Could you set any of this equipment off here on the ground? God, that really scared me. I didn't see anybody walking up the moat bridge thing over here. I would have seen them coming across. That's a really long little tunnel.
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, just
Did you
lurking's
shake
fine.
the window?
I'm not sure what else happens in this. That's why I'm reviewing it because I've reviewed the footsteps 100 times, but I wanted to
this is
watch
kinda
a
what
little
it
bit
looks like
more of
upstairs,
what else
too, on that
if I
top
caught
porch, but
anything.
I'll stay down from there this time because last time security came by and looked at me funny while I was up there. Alright. Brand new batteries, by the way, in all my equipment. Well, the millimeter and that REM pod. And if REM pod doesn't go off at all, there won't be a point in me using that wire mesh bag. Could you walk up to me again? It really did. It sounded like it was like, right there, walking up this path towards me. What time
I
is
do
it?
believe I'll try this again. The last time I tried it, one of the
9:30.
security
All right,
guards told
in
me
like
I should
20 minutes
leave.
or so, we're going to start to head over to the Lincoln gun. I haven't gotten that freaked out in a while.
I definitely was freaked out.
The chills ran up my spine when I heard those footsteps. Could you do that again? If you could come hang out and walk right next to me.
Just glad they weren't from the mannequin. Yeah, that scared me one time too. They stuck a mannequin in one of the windows in the building, and he's pointing down the street.
It's a perfect night for this. It's very quiet.
Yeah, I should have stayed set up here and kept going after I got the footsteps.
What the hell? How did I hear footsteps like that? And there was nobody walking by. I would have seen them. Spectral, we went out for a walk today. That's good. 55 ain't bad. It's like 65 right now, I think.
Back when it was nice out, and I didn't mind doing investigations outside. I am really itching to do another investigation.
Such a cool
It's just
place.
been too crappy, and I'm so busy with Christmas season and kids and
Alright.
just everything.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go back over here. So some of the other stories I heard recently were there's a church over here, and there's a very cool story. Temperature change, but oh, there's a bell and a music box there. Could you set that off?
I still do hope the music box or the
Tales
bell
told in
rings.
the dark. What
That
up?
would probably be the most amazing.
So there's just a little box and a bell on the ground there, a toy car too. If you could touch any of those, That little box is just a wind-up box, and you just turn the little handle, and it will make a noise. Little music tail. Tail's told in the dark. Yes. What's up, 13 people?
I'm all excited.
Yeah. So if you want, you could touch this little red light on the ground here, and it will just light up. It won't hurt you. I'll show you.
Yeah,
It doesn't do anything except for this.
I don't think I
That's
could
it.
debunk that just because it was personal, and there's no way anybody walked up to me. I would have seen them. At first, I really thought security was walking up or one of like the workers,
Let's see if we can see in this doorway.
but I could see out in front of me on that path, nothing there, no animal. There was nothing, and it just sounds like a person's footsteps. The other thing, talking about Vienna Davis,
Oh, I can feel it.
uh,
You don't really need the equipment.
yeah,
Those footsteps. It just flashed.
Wisdom, what up?
Thank you. It actually went green but didn't make a noise.
Disembodied footsteps are enough.
Could you do that again? Let me see the millimeter. Nope, 0, 0. Oh, just temperature change, so.
I'm not sure if anything else happens in this whole 2 hours, but I'm glad my internet's working now. So you can hear a car. It sounds further away than the footsteps were, so.
If they just saw me in their rear view, they're probably like, what the fuck? Did you see that? Yeah, I don't really take much heed to the temperature light, but if you could touch it a little more, make it go off. I'm Ryan. Just here to say hello.
Yeah, I don't think. At least I stayed there for a little while. I didn't remember how long I stayed over here.
So if I have time, I might go over to the D. Russie Battery in 1914. A cannon breach happened and 11 men passed away over at that cannon station. But we're going to go over to some of the more haunted area of the fort. Let's see what time it is.
Yeah, I don't think much more happened. You guys want me to keep going and just let it play and review this? Or you want to hear the footsteps again?
These windows somewhere rattle. I've heard it before.
Yeah, one of the first times I went up to this building, I heard the window rattling.
That sounded like it was like around one of these corners.
Yeah, I can go right back to the footsteps for you. Uh, so just reading the story of the ghosts of Fort Monroe.
Ironclads were battleships.
And I believe it's right here.
Excerpt from the letters of Jefferson Davis, Lieutenant Colonel J. Crave. Jefferson Davis attending physical while a prisoner in the casemate of Fort Monroe. Health clinic served in the military community of Fort Monroe in closing in 2011. Vienna Davis Jefferson, second wife, lived in many triumphs before her husband's most famous visit to Fort Monroe. A beautiful and cherished daughter of Southern plantation family.
So, that was only like 8 feet in front of me, maybe 10. I'll do it again. The fact that I didn't see anybody really was why I do this. Freaking out because had known that somebody just walked up, but nobody around.
Arose from reports of shackling and chains with which the stops and hearing of vibrations. Excerpt from the letters of Jefferson Davis, Lieutenant Colonel J. Craven, Jefferson Davis attending physical while a
I even
prisoner in
click
the
my
casemate of
flashlight a
Fort
few
Monroe.
times when it's like
Clinic
walking up.
served in the military community of Fort Monroe in closing in 2011. Vienna Davis Jefferson, second wife, lived many triumphs before her husband's most famous visit to Fort Monroe. A beautiful and cherished daughter of Southern plantation family.
All right, one more time, and then I'll skip forward and we'll continue.
Vienna Davis Jefferson, second wife, lived many triumphs before her husband's most famous visit to
Yeah,
Fort
if you hear
Monroe.
baby, it's just my
A
kid in the
beautiful
back in the
and
other room.
cherished daughter of Southern plantation family.
Still do not know to this day. That one is very weird. I've had similar things happen, and I've even had a voice in my ear before. That one's pretty freaky. A couple times now I've heard voices. Yeah, it was only 8 to 10 feet in front of me on the path up to the house because across the street is a tunnel. Sure, maybe that tunnel echoes, but there was nobody around as I go and look.
Oh, I got serious chills. There's no way. What the?
And I definitely would have seen
That
if
was
anybody
something.
was down in that tunnel
Okay, you guys.
because
I don't
that
know if you heard
drawbridge
that.
goes
Did
all
anyone
the way
hear the
across the.
footsteps?
Yeah, it's. I was freaking out.
I'm shaking. I haven't had a good one like that in a while. That sounded like it was right here walking like.
Hi, Occult Life. What's up? Just reviewing
There's no way, man.
the
That's the
footsteps a
report, and I
couple
thought
more
I heard
times.
that the last time.
Let's do it again, just as you just showed up. I'll do it for you. It's still been super busy. I'm just reviewing past lives, and I want to get out and investigate. It's just been cold and crappy. My last investigation at Crawford Road, I don't think I got anything, but it was fun. Did that a few weeks ago. Yeah, I think that's a lamppost that I walked past. I get what you're saying, though. I think you told me that before when I.
The stops and hearing the vibrations.
Octopus with no friends, what's up?
Excerpt from the letters of Jefferson Davis, Lieutenant Colonel J. Craven, Jefferson Davis attending physical while a prisoner in the casemate of Fort Monroe. Health clinic served in the military community of Fort Monroe in closing in 2011. Vienna Davis Jefferson, second wife, lived many triumphs before her husband's most famous visit to Fort Monroe. A beautiful and cherished daughter of Southern plantation family.
The other thing, me clicking the flashlight, it shows that it's not from me sitting on the ground, like my foot rubbing or anything, and it's out. You can tell it's out in front of me. Also, no equipment. It's not on equipment. It's just personal experience. Somebody walking up to me. I think it's one of the best captures I have. Mm, maybe the eyes in the closet in Iowa. That's another one. The ghost voice in Bridgewater Triangle years ago is still might be pareidolia. A lot of people have said, but I like when it's not on equipment. That's a lot better. Sometimes you do get equipment to act really weird, which is interesting, but still could just be natural causes.
Okay, that was something.
But this I cannot.
Okay, you guys. I don't know if you've heard that. Did anyone hear the footsteps?
I'm freaking out. I like that I freaked out too because I usually don't get scared that much.
I haven't had a good one like that in a while. That sounded like it was right here walking like.
And see, I'll go back for a second. Hold on. I do know what wisdom is talking about. That light post. When I get up and walk past, the light post like glitches out and makes it look like there might be somebody there. But I, it's so fast too. Right there, I see what you're talking about, but I think it's from the light post.
Oh, I got serious chills. No way. What the?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That was something. Okay, you guys. I don't know if you've heard that. Did anyone hear the
Hey, a light
footsteps?
post scared. So I kept going. Let's see if anything else happens. I was about here when.
By the way, and all my equipment, both the millimeter and that REM pod. And if REM pod doesn't go off at all, there won't be a point in me using that
Yeah,
wire mesh bag.
I should have put it
Could
in
you
the
walk
wire
up to
mesh
me
bag
again?
and tried that
It
again.
did. It sounded like it was like right there, walking up this
Yeah,
path
see, there's
towards
that
me.
light post on that path. It did sound like somebody was right in there.
What time is it?
And I keep
9:30.
going
All
back
right.
and reviewing
In like
this to
20
see
minutes
if
or
I
so, we're gonna
see
start to head over to the Lincoln Gun.
any shadow figures.
I haven't gotten that
But
freaked out in a while.
I did catch some shadow figures on Willoughby
The
Spit, the
chills
beach.
ran up my spine when I heard those footsteps. Could you do that again? Just you could come hang out and walk right next to me.
I should have stayed here for the whole time, the full 2 hours, and
It's a perfect night for this.
seeing if anything else happened. But
It's very quiet. Let's back up some. Take a look at the whole place. What the hell? How did I hear footsteps like that? When there was nobody walking by, I would have seen them.
I saw your shadow. Can we count that? Um, I could just go and review another one, but
Spectre, we went out for a walk today. That's good.
let's see what one I have. There was another one. This one. I do want to review this, so I think I'm just going to skip over to this. We'll hang out for a little longer and review some of this.
You can.
So me and Spectral Whispers, it's my sister-in-law, went to Pearl French rocking chair. Now this one's really interesting because I had an object move and I just can't explain it. The legend goes this little girl, I think she was 4, Pearl French. They put a rocking chair and you'll see this rocking chair move or orbs near it. I do believe we caught an orb. It's really hard to see. I forget the timestamp for it, but we were here for a while.
I know I can get one. Actually,
I just got that. It was like $12 or something, and I like that it's a turn handle because there's no way it's anything but. On the other one, this one, if it's a shadow on the street, it's probably me. Oh, I went all the way back. Yeah, this is probably when I was packing out. No. Okay, so right around here. Yeah, I had put the camera down.
Okay. I am gonna leave you a cigarette.
Oh yeah, I
Just
left
gonna put
gifts
it
because
inside this
I
bush here.
had an experience. Usually I will leave a coin
I
or
have one myself.
some nicotine and stuff like that, and little gifts, nickels, pennies.
Alright, let's take a look at the upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think anything else happened in this. Let's go back even further, see if what Wisdom's talking about.
Gun. I haven't gotten that freaked out in a while.
Excuse you.
The chills ran up my spine when I heard those footsteps. Could you do that again? Just you could come hang out and walk right next to me.
So that area where I'm standing is where those footsteps, it sounded like somebody walking up.
It's a perfect night for this.
I really wish I stayed in this area and just kept
It's very
going.
quiet. Let's back up some. Let's take a look at the whole place. What the hell? How did I hear footsteps?
Hey, Sage Rat,
that?
what's up? Oh yeah, okay, right there I did see my shadow.
And there was nobody walking by. I would have seen them. Spectral, we went out for a walk today. That's good.
Okay, so I did
55
see
ain't
my
bad.
own
It's
shadow.
like 65 right now, I think.
And then I put it down. And yeah, I didn't see any more shadows. Let's fast forward a bit and see what else. I should just keep reviewing this one since
See if we can see
we'll
this
review
door.
the other Pearl French one another time, but I did have an object move and I even saw it move with my own eyes. So I'll do that for another live chat. The first time I went to this place, the windows did rattle and it wasn't
I
windy.
can feel it. You don't really need the equipment. Those footsteps. It just flashed. Thank you. It actually went green but didn't make a noise. Alright. Could you do that again? Look at the millimeter. Nope, 0, 0. Oh, it did just temperature change though.
Yeah, I don't think anything about the temperature change doesn't mean anything.
Here comes some cars.
And I probably should have had that in my mesh bag. The little Faraday type cage is kind of is. It just helps block any signals.
If they just saw me in the review, they're probably like, what the fuck, did you see that?
Yeah, shadows all over the place. The one I did see on an earlier investigation at this place, I was walking up a path through the woods and looking at the fort wall, the rampart, and I seen a full shadow figure run across the roof and what would have been off of 30-foot freaking drop off the roof just disappeared. I did not catch that. I thought I caught it. I was doing an investigation at probably a year and a half ago. This one's from 8 months ago.
Make it go off. I'm right. Just here to say hello.
Let's see if anything else happens.
Area of this fort. Let's see what time it is.
Yeah, this is I'm gonna be moving, I think. Hopefully one day I can go inside this building and do an investigation. I just have to get permission.
Must have been awesome to stay here back in the day. I'm not going to stay over here much longer. I just wanted to say hello to you again. If you remember me, there's a bell and a music box on the ground here. Whew, shit, you got me that time.
Scaring myself with temperature change.
I don't feel any wind or temperature change or anything. So interesting. Alright. Let's go over this way. My own shadow just scared me.
I was all amped up because of the footsteps walking up to me. I probably should have just stayed in this one area and done the full 2 hours, but...
So, they are fixing this place up. Much respect to the people that take care of this place. Beautiful history here. Not tonight. It said 10-mile-an-hour winds, but it was dead quiet, no wind.
Yeah, so right in here is where it sounded like somebody walking up to me. I I
I'd
have had
really thank you if you could make a noise,
I have
make
had
footsteps again.
security come up to me before, but just hey, don't go up there or anything. And
I
as
think
long as you're respectful and not hurting anything, I don't think there's a problem. And this place is open till midnight, I believe.
since nothing really is happening over here, I'm gonna go walk over to the church and tell you the new story I heard about the church. And I knew there was a crazy story with the church,
Hey, Mystic
but I could never
Meemaw. What
find
up,
out what
John
it
Boy
was. I
Patton?
just had heard something crazy had happened at the church over here. So I'm just gonna grab these, put them in my bag,
Yeah, I
and
should
we'll
have
start
stayed
walking
in this
towards the
spot.
church. Thank you if you did make those footsteps so we could hear it.
Yeah, if you guys want, I can go back real quick and we can
It's
listen to the
55,
footsteps one more time and then I'll come
56
back to
degrees
this
out.
part. I'll play it one more time for the people just showing up. So now I know where it is. So let me turn it all the way up so that we can hear it, and then we'll just fast forward and see if we catch
Him and
anything.
David and the vibrating window. This is right behind me here. Windows. The most acute agony arose from reports of shackling and chains with which the stops and hearing of vibrations. Excerpt from the letters of Jefferson Davis, Lieutenant Colonel J. Craven, Jefferson Davis attending physical while a prisoner in the casemate of Fort Monroe. Health clinic served in the military community of Fort Monroe in closing in 2011. Vienna Davis Jefferson, second wife, lived many triumphs before her husband's most famous visit to Fort Monroe. A beautiful and cherished daughter of Southern plantation family.
Yeah, I still can't explain that one.
Uh,
Julianne, what's up? Glad you guys are joining. I'll do this one more time.
a beautiful and cherished daughter of Southern plantation family.
I do like my reaction too. What the fuck? The other thing I didn't think of is if somebody was walking past, you would have kept hearing footsteps walking away and not right in front of me like that. So, still can't explain this one.
Just heard somebody walk up to me. Oh, I got serious chills.
Yeah, and there's nobody down that tunnel across the bridge or anything. I definitely caught something
Okay,
there,
that
to
was
me
something.
at least.
Okay, you guys, I don't know if you heard that. Did anyone hear the footsteps?
All right, let's go forward. Let's see what else I get into because I know I pick up my equipment and walk around. Hopefully, I can spot something that I didn't before, maybe.
So later, if you want to play with that, you can turn that on and make me really scared. I have 3 more 9-volt batteries too.
Yeah,
so if
the
any
other thing you
batteries
would have
die,
seen a shadow
I've had
walking past
battery
this wall
drainage before.
if it was a regular person.
Man, that fucking place right under there. If I ever get to go in this place, I will be so happy. So I think this is my 10th, maybe more times here. A couple of times I've been here during the day and not filmed. And oh, Jesus. towards the church. Man, does that place fucking freak me out sometimes.
Yeah, this story's cool too. The church on this fort
Freaking
is
pulling
actually
body chills.
a
It ain't that
haunted
cold.
church.
Well, thank you for the footsteps at least. Sounded like it walked right up to me too. That was amazing. Okay.
I should have stayed there, but
We're going towards the church. Oh yeah, make sure you guys all share each other's
it
channels
had a
and
wet
stuff.
sound too. It was a weather
I'd
like
approve
that,
Lincoln
dry
stayed
as a
here
bone. No wind, no wind or anything. No water on the ground. I don't know. And there's not like rocks
Later, Lincoln.
on that path.
I'll be back.
There's no like rocks. It sounded like somebody was walking up like like loose river rock or something. It sounded weird too.
Ooh, you fucker. Okay. That freaked me out. Behind that tree over there.
And there was a bird.
Yeah, okay, it's just part of the tree. Looks like somebody's standing behind that
Or
tree.
not. I thought it was a bird.
Alright, be quiet, because people do live here.
I'll go forward till I tell the story about the church. I'll probably only go
I don't
another
like that.
10, 15 here, and
What?
I'll probably do this again because this is fun just reviewing my
I
own
didn't
stuff.
Like that. That was weird. Fucking hell, dude.
Like coming out of the rain and walking across the tile floor, yeah, or like your flip flops or something. Slippery shoes. And this building right here is actually where I saw my first shadow figure at this fort run across the top.
Let's go.
I believe, yeah, up the next path I was walking through between buildings.
These are all original buildings where the guys used to stay.
So yeah, really old fort, 1700s. Before that, it was a Native American encampment with like wooden structure fort. Yeah, so actually, it would be on this building. I saw somebody run right across the top of this and off the edge. And it didn't, the shadow just kind of disappeared at the top of
That's
the
the
building.
thumbnail right there.
But if it was a real person, they would have fallen like 30 feet. I think that was my third time doing an investigation at this fort in Virginia.
Yep, that's the building.
This is like the 10th time I think I was here. I've been there like maybe 15, 20
Water
times
Horse
now.
Enchanted. Hello. Wayne Dawson. Spectre Whispers. Hi, everybody.
So all these were either
So, I already did get some footsteps coming towards me.
artillery holding
It really
areas.
freaked me out.
There were cannons in there. There was different stuff
So,
in
I've
different
been
rooms.
I've walked past like this way, coming up this way.
Ghost
And right
parkour.
As I saw the shadow person up here run across all the way to the end and like just disappear. Tree branches over here got in my way. And I thought I had caught it, but I didn't.
Yeah, so from right here all the way
So
across.
part of that is they used to let guys out at night for like an hour, and they could walk along the top of these ramparts all the way around the whole top.
The people
And
locked
that's why
up
they
there
think
got an
maybe
hour
some
a night.
spirits are still walking on top of the old fort walls, like at night and stuff.
You see my
That
shadow.
might be the shadow figures. Give them an hour outside, you know, even though they're locked up in really bad conditions.
You can tell I had a cold then. My son probably got me.
Here's the church. Now it's said that a man who lived near here always cursed the church and said if he ever stepped foot in a church, it would burst into flames. He passed away. His family took him to this church. While they took him into this church and the pastor started reading the service, the ceiling caught on fire. One of the rafters caught on fire inside of this church. I just found the story. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, I do remember that.
I ain't scared.
I heard footsteps there again, but I don't think it really picked it up.
Stepped foot in a church, it would burst into flames. He passed away. His family took him to this church. While they took him into this church and the pastor started reading the service, the ceiling caught on fire. One of the rafters caught on fire inside of this church. I just found the story. Yeah.
Well, you can hear something a little bit there.
His family took him to this church. While they took him into this church and the pastor started reading the service, the ceiling caught on fire. One of the rafters caught on fire inside of this church. I just found the story. Yeah.
It's just like a crunching noise or something. I'm not
I ain't
sure what
scared.
that is, but I forgot about this.
That story was very. What the fuck, man? I heard footsteps again. I'm not scared.
I lie. I was scared.
You can't hurt me or scare me. I've done this long enough. If you'd like, you can try and scare me. I'd love it. Now, this is where this guy who lives here said 9:30, 10:30 at night, whenever he walked his dog, he'd see shadow figures running past. I am rather nervous.
Yeah, one of the alleys is called Ghost Alley, and
So that street
you will see weird things on this whole fort. Reports of a little kid playing a flute, and you'll see a little kid shadow
really
figure.
see in this church, but it is very cool on the inside. I've watched a video. Yeah, it's all stained glass, so you can't really look inside.
And there is stories
The fact
of
that they did a sermon and
seeing
brought that
or
guy in
hearing
here
and
to
like a
have
dog's.
the service done, and then the ceiling caught on fire, and he always said the church would catch on fire if he went inside. So, some of the most haunted houses.
Yeah, this
are
is
right
Ghost
here.
Alley.
Some of the original ones that, you know. Okay. I'm trying to be quiet. Michael Birkin, I'd love to stay at a place like that and stay there long enough to write something, man. That would be epic. Do a story on Fort Monroe. You can find a lot of info. I'm gonna do something that it's gonna freak me out, but
No, I'm not back in a car. I'm walking around this whole fort, which is, I forget the size of it, but
okay.
it's probably a mile across.
Okay, so these are some of the most haunted buildings on the fort. This is what the guy who lives here, Steve, told me. That house in particular, they keep trying to work on, and they can't get people to stay working.
I need to clean my camera screen. Okay.
I'm hearing the bell. And that ain't my regular ring bell. That's way over
Probably
there.
on the night, you mean, while I was doing this live.
Hello, I'm Ryan. So let's go take a peek at the very freaky house that's being remodeled.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, they've been remodeling this house, and some of the stories of this house are
I
pretty
can't see
cool.
over the fence, but I can put you guys over the fence.
This is one of the original buildings they're remodeling, and they could never get the paint to stay. You can kind of see on that house that the paint always fades to it. Like they'll paint it, it fades away. Might just be a really old building soaking up the paint, but
Building 14. This project is being supported in part by a grant awarded to the National Park Service Department of the Interior.
lots of stories of seeing people in these upper windows and stuff. I haven't seen that yet, but once it's done being renovated, I am hoping I can get a tour of
This
it.
is freaky. So they've told me a story. They've tried to paint this building multiple times and it never stays. It always fades like that. He said that he's seen him trying to paint it like 3 times and trying to fix this front porch collapse.
Ectoplasm on the lens.
So he said between these two buildings and over by those buildings right over here,
Oh, the
past
kid's
this
awake.
Lincoln gun,
I
he's
might have to
actually been walking
stop
the
this
dog
live and go
freaked
play
out a
with the
few times
baby,
that he
but
won't walk over here at night.
we'll review for a little bit longer here. Sorry about the internet connection at the beginning, but hey, at least it's been working for a while now.
Yeah,
I'll definitely
and
do more
obviously I
live
wouldn't
reviews
go
of
in there.
different
Maybe when
investigations.
it's refinished, I can take the actual tour because they do have ghost tours walking at night and stuff, and you can go inside certain parts. Here's the type of cannon that exploded at D-Russie Battery. Imagine that.
I do plan on going back there too.
300-pound cannonballs, 15-inch barrel. These could shoot 4 miles.
Yeah, I had that happen the other day. Wisdom, the electricity went out. We had wind and storm, icy rain and stuff.
In March. 1969, this sign was put here. Some good climbing trees too. Okay.
Yeah, ghost tours like this.
Now,
This one is people still live there, and
actually,
reports from a lot of the
out and
people
around
that
from
actually
around
live
the
there
side of this
throughout
house.
the years.
Let's just take this path under this curly tree here. There's an AC in that window. I don't know if people live here. I don't want to go walking through somebody's front yard or anything.
Yeah, nobody lives there.
Look at this tree. That is so cool.
That's another one of the original houses. I don't think it's occupied.
Take a peek over the side of this house. This place is way bigger than I thought.
Yeah, I've never really I've reviewed this once, but I never watched it all the way through to see if I caught anything else.
Spot I want to set up. What time is it? Alright, just about 10 o'clock. This is about the time that he said you'll see shadow figures. I don't know if this is just a joke and they did this on purpose, but there is. Whoa. Hello? I just. Shit, man, this. My flashlight's dying. I had fully charged this. Okay. That should not be dying that quick. I have not used it that much.
Yeah, I think that was my crappier flashlight.
Yep, definitely get that feeling. That got me really good.
Thank you, Occult Life. You rock.
freaking mannequin in the window. 63
Yeah, I watched some of your cooking ones. Those
Hello,
are
I'm
always
Ryan.
fun reviews. Thanks for doing one on me, Occult Life. Uh, really enjoy watching all you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to all each other and stuff. I'm sure a lot of you are. Yeah, the freaking mannequin guy. The first time I saw him scared the hell out of me.
Alright. I was thinking about going back in there in between the two houses and setting up equipment. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for that. I can't believe this little flashlight's already dying. Good thing I brought my mega flashlight.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else happens at this point. It's
He
been a
said
while since
right
I watched
around
this.
over here, since it's lit up, you'll see shadow figures running across. So I'm gonna go walk through this area and just no equipment or anything. Maybe we'll come back over here and set up. But look how big this house is. It's gonna be like 20 rooms, probably like 5 bathrooms. This is a
Yeah,
mansion.
you want to see the mannequin again?
This would
The
be
mannequin's
total for a lot
funny.
of guys. Ah, that got me really good the first time. Freaking mannequin in the window. 63B. Hello, I'm Ryan.
Alright, well, let's just fast forward till I go over here.
Jesus.
See, I should have
Maybe I will
stopped and
just walk this path.
set up somewhere over there near those buildings like I said I should have, but yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
any
see
for a little bit
flagpole or
longer.
anything.
Hi Terry now. What's up?
Yeah, look how big this place is. So this is one of the main buildings. And trains used to run onto this island. Pretty crazy. Orion says spirit drain energy and batteries. Yeah. My flashlight was fully charged. I don't know why it's on 1 bar left. I have not used the flashlight that much.
Yeah, just trying to review.
See, some cars are parked over there, and those are people's houses over this way. So I'll just walk around. We'll go back through the field. I'll go set up some equipment, and we'll see what else we can get. All these bottom windows are, the blinds are closed, otherwise I'd go look in.
Yeah, battery power flashlight instead of the rechargeable ones. That rechargeable one I had broke.
The history you can feel. Hey, check out this.
Let's get to where I actually set up more equipment, or I'm just checking out the inside of one of the buildings. That's my shadow.
I've never come through here. Let's just check. No, nothing. Workbench. Boiler room, probably.
this whole back alley was always, every time I go back here, that I've been through there a few times now, it's always very creepy.
Oh, should we go down the creepy alley? Ooh, yep, I can just feel it.
Yeah, my own shadow is scary.
A lot of energy all around me right now. Hello, everybody. Alright, so that gate is closed off. North Gate D. What's over here? Which way shall we go? Let me see what you're saying. Hi, Blue Sky Lisa. Cass, do you have any ciggies on you? You could leave some loose tobacco on for an offering. I have. I left some at quarters one. I left a cigarette. Looked like the church from Phantasm movie. Wayne Dawson. That's interesting. Could be can't hold the paint anymore due to age.
Fast forward, me chatting.
Let's go down. Alright. I heard it again. Let's go over here. If somebody's there, do not jump out. I will punch you.
Did you? I did? I don't even remember
Hit
this.
something. Ooh, full on, but maybe the wood's so dry and it just won't take.
Oh, that's somebody talking about the other house.
Okay, I heard that. Hello?
I didn't hear that. Let's see.
I have. I left some at quarters one. I left a cigarette. Looked like the church from Phantasm movie. Wayne Dawson. That's interesting. Could be can't hold the paint anymore due to age or thinking something else. Maybe the wood's so dry and it just won't take.
Oh, I did hear that.
I heard that. Hello?
Huh. I never reviewed that, obviously.
Alright, so do you have any ciggies on you? You could leave some loose tobacco on for an offering. I have. I left some at quarters one. I left a cigarette. Looked like the church from Phantasm movie. Wayne Dawson. That's interesting. Could be can't hold the paint anymore due to age or thinking something else. Maybe the wood's so dry and it just won't take.
Right there. I don't know what
Okay.
that was. Might have
I
just been
heard
an
that.
animal.
Hello?
Let's see.
Maybe you can't hold the paint anymore due to age or thinking something else. Maybe the wood's so dry and it just won't take.
Yeah, something hit the bushes, so
Okay.
that could just be
I
an
heard that.
animal jumped through
Hello?
the bushes. Oh, I even see a little reflection in the bush there.
Okay. I
Right,
heard that.
right there. That's
Hello?
probably an animal with little eyes. Huh. Okay.
Something just hit something.
Alright, so I am glad I'm reviewing
Ooh,
this. Yeah,
full
there's
on body chills.
probably a little animal in that bush right there.
I'm gonna go this way. Let's go down.
Don't jump out, I'll punch you. I did, I thought that somebody was actually there. That's probably why I said that.
I heard it again. Let's go over here. If somebody's there, do not jump out. I will punch you in the face. No? Okay. Well, sorry if that was just you, spirit.
Hey,
For a
Adrian.
second there, I really thought somebody threw something. You could hear me talking and was gonna fuck with me. Like one of the residents was like, oh, look, this kid. Nobody around.
So I do think that was just an animal in that bush because it sounded
I
like
will
a
fucking
bush
punch somebody
or
in the
something.
face if they jump out on me. So this building was very important, the main hub of this place. They signed a lot of crazy deals, parts of the battles with tall ships and cannons getting shot at this place. And not one cannon blast ever made it through the walls of this fort because they're so thick. So, I, where the hell am I? Alright, so since we're over here, maybe we'll go up to the pet cemetery. God, I keep getting chills. North Gate exit, parade ground, quarters number 1. That's the long way.
Yeah, sorry if you hear baby. He's out in the other room playing.
Pretty far, but whatever.
That is not in
Check
this
for a
video.
while.
I'm just reviewing a past investigation.
I will punch a fucking ghost.
I'll
Dude, whatever that noise was back there, I really thought
punch
it
a
was just
ghost.
a person messing with me. Oh God, do I have to? I want to walk into the blackness. Alright. My flashlight's pretty much dead. My other big one's in the backpack, and I'm not taking it off right now to get the other flashlight. Holy fucking scary. Okay.
I will punch a fucking ghost. Yeah, if you want, Adrian, I went over the footsteps in the beginning of this live investigation I was doing under quarters 1 where Abraham Lincoln stayed. You can hear some footsteps, and I did hear them more than once near the church too. And then I
Alright,
think
hope you
an
guys appreciate
animal
this. This is fucking
jumped into a
scary.
bush or something when I was over here.
I know that there's people on this island, like the whole fort and stuff,
Phone cameras,
But
yeah. Sorry,
coming over
that's
here
all. That's all I use.
by yourself at night.
He wouldn't punch Matt Damon as hard as nails.
Alright, up to the pet cemetery. Hey, Pomp. I know it's really probably late for some of my UK viewers, but the reports were 10 o'clock around here. Shadow figures. And I've already gotten footsteps walking up to me at that quarter 1. Yeah, this is one of the halls that like Lincoln would go into and sign paperwork for different battles. Some of the coolest ships were old Ironsides. They'd have steam-powered boats, basically with iron on the outside. They're basically big tanks, and they could have battles for days.
Actually,
I kind of hit some different points.
out in the water out there was one of the longest battles. 2 Ironside ships battled for like 5 days or something, just shooting back and forth at each other. Pretty cool.
That I haven't gone before. Because I've been here a lot.
So, if you don't know, Fort Monroe, Virginia, one of the biggest stone forts ever built,
I
full
didn't know that they
moat
had a
around it.
school over here.
There is a
There's
moat
story
monster.
About the school. The church story was very interesting with the man who said if he ever entered a church, it would burn, and the church here on this fort actually caught on fire when they were doing his service. And my flashlight's like, yeah, 1 bar. What is that? Is this like an old jail?
Yeah, I think that was one of the holds for
I don't
some of the
think we can
prisoners.
see him there. No.
Is that that man, Steve or Alex?
I don't know what this is. very different. Very thin doors and all blocked up.
It could have been an armory hold or like the gunpowder hold, something like that. But one of the
Different.
gates
I wonder
holds
if
one
that
of
was
the
like
lockups for the people that
some
got
type
locked
of
up
holding
there.
for ammunition or something.
Yeah, and I believe, yeah, going right over past that building, there's a lockup that I've done an investigation in front of.
Oh, there's cars parked over there. I don't want to go
They
bug
always
anyone
tease
over there.
about bursting into flames when they go into church. Well, that guy actually had a fire in the church when he was having his service done. That's just one of the legends. I mean, there's like 50 different legends of a lady in white at the lighthouse at Point
Keep
Comfort
hearing
Lighthouse out in
things.
front of the
It's
fort.
just my imagination.
The little kid who plays a flute, and you might see his cat. There's a story of a black cat
Hold
that
on a
you'll
sec.
see running
I
around.
gotta fix my belt.
There's a bunch of different stuff at this fort. I definitely gotta go back
Looks like
sooner,
an old like
even if it
records
is
room
cold.
or something.
Let's see. What else did I get into?
It looks like actually some people over there working in that building. There's cars parked. Oh, there's security. Oh no. Well,
What's funny is
come over.
you're allowed to
Yeah,
go
I'll just
there
say
till
hello.
midnight. So
And just doing a little walking tour of Fort Monroe. I don't see the problem.
yeah, I didn't know that they're open till midnight. So
Parade ground parking. If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. I don't think you're supposed to do ghost investigations on your own. You're supposed to buy walking tour tickets.
I know you can go on there and do
Okay.
whatever you want.
Jesus.
It's just during Halloween and stuff they do the ghost
A duck
tours.
scared me. That was a duck.
Yeah, right up here is the lockup. And I don't think I went in.
Check out the old,
I don't know if I did an investigation
old entrance.
in this one.
They must have just reopened this. Let's go in here. It's cool.
Yeah, for a while it only had one entrance.
I have never actually been in this. Wow. Hello. Echo. Stockade and guardhouses. The room in which you are standing, the present main gate walkways, was originally part of the guardhouse for Fort Monroe. The door in front of you leads to the individual cells, as opposed to the large room in which you have standing. A prison room for 20 to 40 men. The guardhouse was remodeled in 1870 and replaced by a new guardhouse in 1900. All right, let's go in the jail. I gotta get locked up here. Let's knock. Hello?
Hoping for a
Maybe I
knockback.
should set up equipment right here. 30 to 40 men in a tiny.
Too bad I
room
couldn't
smaller
go in
than
there.
this room.
Yeah, it would be awesome to get in there.
Not
I
big for 30 or 40 men.
definitely got to be creepy in there. There's not really
That would be
windows or.
horrible. We're in another part of the moat. Hey, moat monster. Where are you? Yeah, this flashlight is.
Go directly to jail. Do not pass code.
I might have to take out my. So look, there's a porthole,
One
probably to the
window.
room with the prisoners were held.
That's all right. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
So I'm gonna go put some equipment over there.
Oh, I did do an investigation in front of this. I forgot.
Hold on a sec.
Calling for the moat monster. I forget the guy's name, but it was a general walking his pet war dog and said he saw a meat monster, a big pink swimming monster in that moat. I think it's been reported more than once too, but maybe it was just a seal or a deformed animal.
Hello, I'm Ryan. There's some devices there.
Doing the masonry for this, that would not be fun. That's a lot of work. Look how big the bricks
Locked
are.
up here during the Civil War. Maybe you had fought against the Union Army. What do you guys say? Hi, Pompey, Wayne Dawson. Could you touch that little red light over there?
Gives me a
Just lights
hernia
up
thinking
like I
about
did. I touched it and it just lights up a little bit.
I do want to
Thank
go
you.
and ask the lady if I could enter some of these locked
Thank
off
you.
areas and do an investigation. I don't know if they would let me, but
Could you touch it more?
quarters one is probably still being fixed up. But if it ever is open, I definitely will ask if I can do an investigation inside quarters one.
If you touch it more, grab onto that little wire above it. It will light up different colors so I know you're
Or
here.
if I could get in here,
Yep,
that'd be
just like that.
amazing.
Security.
Security, and that guy did not care. I think it's just till midnight, and then if you're like walking around there, they'll tell you gotta leave.
I think he's driving through the.
No, you don't have to sneak in. It's all open until midnight, but the there are like ghost tours that they do around Halloween, and to go into the buildings, like the casemate with the cannons, you got to pay. I think it's like $4 or something. It's a museum.
That's just
Edgar Allan Poe
change.
was locked up here.
So I'm not
Ulysses
gonna
S.
take that
Grant,
thing.
Civil War, Revolutionary War. They had a train that the Underground Railroad, stuff like that was on here. I'm just finishing this because I wanted to review the whole thing.
Just here to say hello. I'm Ryan. What do you guys say? Man, that's freaky to think of 40 guys stuck in a little room behind that door. And the door's only 4.5
Poe's
feet
death was
tall.
definitely a weird mystery. He got locked up at
So,
this
a
fort
bell,
for
and
running
there's a
away
box
from
on
the
that little
military.
red light there. If you grab onto that red light, you can show us you're here. So, I'm actually going to take out the annoying thing, I believe, and we'll do some, if I can find it. Yeah, well, mega flashlight.
Yeah, that flashlight's a
My
little better. I
flashlight.
probably should have used that the whole time. Yeah, Edgar Allan
Can you
Poe
hear me?
locked up there for a good while. I even seen his cell. I did do a walkthrough. It's an older video when I did the casemate at Fort Monroe.
I'm gonna actually go check. Put this on that door, the K2.
I'm pretty sure nothing happens at this point on. Maybe the REM pod goes off. I can't remember.
And I have what's called a little radio, and you can actually supposedly speak through it.
I don't really want to listen to the freaking
Alright,
most annoying part.
I won't be over here long. I'm just coming to say hello, and then I will probably be back over here. Car.
I have done this area again, and I think a few things happened. I did hear like a scream outside this
I
room,
think they would just say, hey.
but
can
I
you
do
not
think it was
do
a
that?
fox, because later on in the investigation
Or
I
maybe
saw a
just,
fox.
hey, what are you doing? And then that's cool, actually. Pack some donuts.
I don't really want to listen to this because I don't think anything happens anyway. Temperature change.
I'm gonna give this like 2 more minutes. Could you say my name back to me? Ryan? Who? Said who? What? That might be a radio station, but this is AM station, so a lot less interference.
So annoying. Sorry.
Did you follow me and I could hear the footsteps? Oh, security again.
I don't think it was. I think it was just a regular car went by.
I might want to stop doing this in here because that guy's definitely seen me twice now. And he is just doing laps to make sure. I don't see why he would. He probably won't even yell at me. No, he didn't even stop.
Yeah, I was nervous for no reason about the security because it's open till midnight. So
he doesn't care. Okay. Well, unless he's coming back. No, he kept going, I believe. Alright. Well, anyway, I do want to get up to the pet cemetery. So I'm going to pack this area up. We're going to head over to the pet cemetery if you'd like to come with me and maybe show yourself. Because now you're passed away, so you can walk right through that door. You don't have to stay in there. Alright. Hold on a sec. Let me grab my stuff and we'll go up to the pet cemetery. The godlight. Very old. Probably another part of the guard room to watch the captive prisoners. This is where the footsteps were following me last time.
yeah, so I gotta re-review that one because the investigation before that I had something, and I don't remember if I actually made a short out of it or not. But right here, I was walking up this road and it sounded like somebody was walking behind me.
Did you make a noise again so I can hear you? That security truck's up there. Now, I have thought about cutting through back over there, but I don't want to cause any trouble. I might piss off the security guy. Let's go this way. I'll tell you another story about this house over here. And then we'll go up and check out the little pet cemetery. And maybe we'll see some shadows running along these walls. Hey, Cree Storm, what's up? Good so far. The first house I stopped at and started reading out of the Fort Monroe ghost story book. And really fast, I got some footsteps right, like walking up to me. Really scared me. The last time I was here,
Look at the
I was
orbs.
here and I heard
Yeah,
footsteps
different
following.
reflections. It's definitely not orbs.
There's a flagpole over here or something that is dinging. So that's nothing. That's just the bees making a noise on some wind chimes or something. This white house right here has many stories of seeing the lady in gray.
Yeah, this one's a cool story.
But she's looking for her long lost husband from the Civil War, and they said that she might have jumped out of the lighthouse to commit self-delete. And people have reported over the years, there's many reports, probably more than like 50 reports of seeing a lady in white or a lady in gray. And this house always gives me the creeps when I walk near it.
That's another one I would love to get inside. I do believe you can take a tour of that house. I don't know if you have to pay to do it, but they do this whole building in front
These are all
That has
occupied
cannons
houses.
from the
People that
era,
live here.
and Edgar Allan
I
Poe's
don't want to bug anyone at
jail
10:30 at
cells in
night.
there. There's who else? Ulysses S.
This would be
Grant's
good
jail
if we
cells in
see a
there.
shadow on top of this.
Saw something move back there.
Let's just go take a look at it. Now, there are people that live here, so I'm going to be rather quiet. But these are all occupied houses, people that live here. So I don't want to bug anyone
Oh,
at 10:30
yeah,
at
maybe.
night.
It just might be a shadow, but because of that light back
This
there,
would be good if we see a shadow on top of this.
to the right of that light, yeah. There's
Hello?
something over there that might be casting a shadow, and it just looked like it moved. But let's see.
Quiet. But these are all occupied houses, people that live here. So I don't want to bug anyone at 10:30 at night.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
This would be good if we see a shadow on top of this. Hello?
I did see what you were talking about, like right there.
I don't know if I want to go back there. I don't want to cause any problems or trip an alarm or anything. Oof. Yeah, this place.
Definitely a creepier place. That building has history. Lots of people report seeing that lady in gray or knocking, doors closing. There's stories in this house. It's another original house too, Fort Monroe in Virginia. Yeah, and right behind this house is the whole area where they had a bunch of prisoners locked up,
Oh, that's that.
the Confederates and Edgar Allan Poe locked in there and stuff.
That's a creepy basement.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
that's
reported
just
seeing
blinding me.
soldiers, people dressed in Civil War garb, like Ulysses S. Grant,
This is a beautiful house.
supposedly kid running
Lots
along.
of stories of this place, actually. Windows slamming, doors opening and closing, shadow figures coming and going from this house. This is the old casement, and inside here there's cannons where Edgar Allan Poe was locked up. Ulysses S. Grant was locked up in here, and they used to let them out once in a while to go walk on the wall for about an hour at night to go walk around the fort to get some exercise. Let's go up to the pet cemetery. Hello, how you doing? Okay. So yeah, in these buildings, I've gone through this museum. Very cool museum. I suggest doing that if you're ever in Virginia and you get to Fort Monroe. So over there is a spot I've done. Pet cemeteries up this huge hill. I'll show you this first. Security's right behind me. I don't think I care. This is one of the largest cisterns shown on the map of 1834. No potable water was ever found on Old Point Comfort, although one well was sunk to more than 900 feet. The garrison had to depend on cistern water and water brought in from wells on the mainland. This thing is deep. Yeah, that security guy knows what I'm doing and does not care. That's nice to know. Oh, shit, dude. Okay.
Freaking
This
myself.
window right here, I don't know if you saw that, but I just saw something go.
Let's see.
Well, was sunk to more than 900 feet. The garrison had to depend on cistern water and water brought in from wells on the mainland. This thing is deep. Yeah, that security guy knows what I'm doing and does not care.
Camera's
nice
so
to know.
blurry.
Oh, shit, dude.
Might have just been that tree branch there.
This window right here, I don't know if you saw that, but I just saw something go through. What the fuck was that?
I'm already freaked out from the footsteps earlier, so.
Like, in pain. Like, oh! Hello?
I didn't hear that either, probably because of the wind, but let's see that again.
Thing is deep. Yeah, that security guy knows what I'm doing and does not care. That's nice to know. Oh, shit, dude. Okay, this window right here,
You know what? There is a curtain in there that.
Something go through. What the fuck was that? I just heard somebody go, ooh! Like, in pain.
I didn't hear it.
Oh!
Too much wind.
That's nice to know. Oh, shit, dude. Okay, this window right here, I don't know if you saw that, but I just saw something go through.
Oh, I do kind of hear it.
Fuck was that? I just heard somebody go, ooh!
Let's try that again. I'll turn it up.
Shit, dude. Okay, this window right here, I don't know if you saw that, but I just saw something go through. What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
I
that's
just heard somebody go,
too hard to hear with the wind.
Like, in pain. Like, oh! Hello? Holy shit, did anyone hear that? I am shaking again. Okay. Hi, I'm Ryan. I heard you. That wasn't the wind. That wasn't a cat. That wasn't an animal. That sounded like a girl go, oh!
Too bad I didn't catch it.
Don't freak myself out any more than I have to be. This sucker's 900 feet deep. Old sister. Well, this house, I've heard many stories of.
Someone's in the bathroom somewhere trying to squeeze one out.
I just heard a tap on the glass.
It may have been before the section. Feels like something is
Hello?
weird and strange vibe. Yeah, it's definitely spooky area. Tons of history.
Oh shit. Hello?
And having weird experiences before, and seeing full shadow figure run across and footsteps walk up to me definitely had me on edge for this one. It makes me more excited to get back there and try again. I want to do the same.
This is a lot different than when you guys are watching this. I can hear things. There's not that much wind.
Yeah, there's too much wind to hear that voice.
A little bit off the building.
But I plan on going back and doing the same investigation under quarters one. Maybe I can get footsteps again, or maybe something more.
This is the old pet cemetery. Every guy had a war dog, and all the doggies are buried up here. Shit.
Yeah, and that tree branch might have been the thing that moved in front of the window. So that's probably just that.
Tammy and Charlie, rest in peace.
Yeah, the
Tobo.
pet cemetery is supposed to be able to hear dogs barking or see little shadow dogs.
Now we are on top of the fort. See that circle over there? That's one of the cannon mounts. Pet Cemetery. See all these little stones? All the way along the whole top of this. Probably a half mile that way.
Start hearing dogs barking, you'll
I'm not
probably
gonna
run
walk
away.
all of this. It is very cool. There's some more ginger. 1944 Scout. There's some more over that way, I know. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, actually, it goes for like more than a mile the other direction.
I thought I
All
just saw
the
somebody standing down there.
graves for the war dogs.
This is a lot scarier than I can even say right now.
I had myself so freaked out during this after I had the footsteps and everything.
I can definitely feel energy up here of a lot of weird stuff, a lot of death, a lot of people locked up here, a lot of pets buried here. I am going down.
I think that's it that happened.
Entrance right there. Let's see what we can see in here.
Yeah, I don't think you could see much.
Yep. Oldest fort in America and the biggest stone fort. So, so part of this fort in there, not this room, probably the next room over, it's covered, is Edgar Allan Poe's, where Edgar Allan Poe was locked up, Ulysses S. Grant. Yeah, nothing. Fort Monroe, an era and another begins. Okay, so this is where I've done investigations before. And there,
Yeah, I don't think I set anything up.
the old bottles.
I don't think I did another setup for
Visitor center to
investigation, but
get your tickets
I
to
really
go in the
appreciate all you
museum.
guys coming in.
There's Obama.
Skull candy
And
is
some
good.
of the
Ooh.
original people. Major General Benjamin Butler stated left interview Frank Baker, James Townsend, and Shepard Mallory.
I got the
free enslaved
daylight
men
scared out of me
he
once. Went
declared
in the
contraband.
outbuilding and barn
All of
owls
enslaved
screeched at me.
people. In
Oh,
16
Sage.
19
Yeah, they sound
colonies,
scary.
Secretary John Rolfe of the 20 and odd Negroes had traded for supplies. 1861, the start of the American Civil War. 3 enslaved men sought.
Alright, well, I think I'm just going to end this here. I don't think I set up any more equipment.
Come on, lighter.
But I really do.
There.
Thank you
There's
guys
a
so much
fan
for
on up
joining me.
there. Maybe that's
I
what
hope you
saw
enjoyed
earlier.
this. I'll probably be doing more live reviews like this on different investigations, usually ones that I got some evidence or a piece of evidence that I can't explain. I appreciate all you guys. I hope you're having a good Christmas time. Yeah, I'll be back with more, probably more investigations. We'll see if it's warm enough out. Yeah, you guys rock. Thank you so much. I'll be back with more, maybe reviewing, trying to debunk myself. If I capture something I can't explain, I'll go over it again. But I hope to see you soon. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day. And yeah, Merry Christmas almost. Happy holidays. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, everybody. Later, Wisdom, Sage, Chemical Nero, Michael, Terry Nell. Thanks for joining me, you guys. And have a happy holiday. Peace.